Hey, did you know Grape is hiring? If you're a writer, you have designer or Adobe skills, or create any sort of content, we want you. There's an invite link down below. Come to our Discord and earn some Grape. And welcome back. Thanks again for watching. So this is the TVL that we're just going to look at very quickly. This looks at all the total value locked in Solana. And we see we had an all-time high here and we're slowly going downwards at the moment. We're at 9.7 billion. Raydium and Marinade are taking the top spots in TVL in Solana. Marinade is a liquid staked derivative of Solana, and we can see that MSOL is in the top 100 in CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. At the end of going through the list, there hasn't been much changes. We can see that site options is starting to gain momentum at 14% increase, as well as another protocol which I wanted to cover very quickly, which is Soulfire. Soulfire is kind of like a similar to Friction, similar to Katana, Chest Finance. They are like a covered call vault solution. And I'm not sure about them because their TVLs are way higher than all the other protocols, and which makes me a bit sus. Why is it so much better? They don't really say. And of course Friction as well, we see some increase in TVL here. They are seeming to be, Friction and Katana seem to be the top number 2 kind of option call covered vaults in Solana. Yep, that's it. So let's move on to the upcoming IDOs. We know the IDOs at the moment are going to be Raydium and they're going to be Solanium. Let's go ahead and look at Solanium very quickly for you. You can see all my tabs there. This is just keeping up to date with Solana. And now in pools, let's see here. We have a few of them starting very soon. Nosana, the distribution is already going now. Delta Phi, which is a VPN network, is one sale is ending very soon. So by the time you watch this video, it should have been finished. Hopefully I get this video out in a day. Solvent is an NFT play. Fat Monks are an NFT play. Creation are an NFT play. Compendium Phi is one that I'm super interested in. The whitelist starts in about 2 days. Now, why am I super interested in this? Because they have a working product already. And I look at their backers is what gets me going. Look at the amount of backers they have. Solar Eco Fund, Axie 8, Pet Rock Capital. I like these guys, and their actual explanation of their product is so much better than some of the other IDOs that we get. The next one that we want to talk about is Raydium as well. So Raydium is having their next IDO, and Raydium has really been lacking, hasn't it? We haven't had much action from Raydium. It's kind of disappointed, to be honest. At a point, they were the premier DEX, premier launchpad on Solana. But now we have Space Falcon, and these guys are kind of like a game, like a spacefaring game. And they have the website, they've got guns and all this, but it seems like it's like a B. Like if Star Atlas was an A, Space Falcon is like a B or a C. It doesn't seem very appealing, to be honest. But hey, token sales, private token sales usually do well. So let's see how this one goes. I'm not too excited about this, but I will still be participating because the ticket is only $50. And everyone likes themselves a game, and this is likely to perform well just based on that by itself. Okay, let's have a look at Invictus. Hey there. If you're new here, I'm the MetaVerse Explorer, and I provide you with the most up-to-date Solana-specific content and alpha to increase the size of your portfolio. All totally free. All you gotta do is click that little bell and that little icon. I get my sources from 3 different places. The Grape Solana Discord channel, join us, have a chat to me. The Solana Grapevine, a daily newsletter providing the best source of information regarding new protocols, rewards. It's a group of passionate people that carefully curate new announcements, new projects to discover and actionable intel for you to experience yourself. You can get the link to this down below. And of course, the Solana Foundation and the ecosystem. Let's get to this episode. Alright, so here is the Invictus Flare product that they're starting to release. Here it is on the left hand side here. Basically, they've gotten some UST and they've got some fracks over ported through the wormhole over to Solana. and now we're starting to see an uptick in UST because it's being used very heavily. This is the Flare product from Invictus. Basically, you can start bonding your LP. So if you provide liquidity to the Tulip and USDC pool, you come to Invictus, you give them your Tulip and USDC LP, and then they give you Tulip in return. And that actually gives you either an ROI, which is a positive, or a negative ROI, and there's absolutely no reason for you to do this because you are selling something at a lower price and getting a reward for it that's at a lower price than what you could have sold it for, which means you're just losing money for no reason at all. So people should not be doing this if it is a minus. You should only be doing this if it's a positive and if you are interested in actually obtaining the token for it. That's about it. The fully total value locked in here, but total bonded volumes are very low, to be honest. I thought this would be upticking, but as we know, Grape themselves are going to be going through this whole protocol owned liquidity, but not through Invictus Flare. It's going to be through the Soshin staked contracts. That's it. Let's move on to Mike Tyson, which is coming to Solana. What? And here it is. Mike Tyson himself, he's 5.6 million followers, all said all in on Solana. I just copped myself a Catalina whale, pow pow. Now, the way I see this happening is that Catalina Whale Mixer, which is an NFT drop that even Grape was able to get an AMA with, shout out to Whale's friend, they were able to do, I'm guessing this is how it went, hey, Mike Tyson, we're going to give you this NFT, we just want to tweet about it, because this NFT looks like you and it's themed like you, it's like a drawing of you. And they probably gave him a shit ton of money as well, and then he made this tweet. This is what I think. I haven't seen Mike Tyson be super interested in Solana at all. I don't know what he's actually going to be doing here, but you can see he is slightly interested in NFTs, okay? And he retweeted this thing of Mike Tyson getting boxed out, but we haven't really seen him do much else, to be honest. So he's not really NFT native, and I don't think he's here to stay. He is another celebrity that got some money and did a post about Solana. In the end, it's good because we get people to come to Solana and look, hey, this is another blockchain that's doing really well at the moment. But at the same time, it doesn't do much for the community. Like, people come and buy the token perhaps, but he's not going to stay. He's not going to do much for us. All right, let's move on to Boring Protocol. So Boring did say they just partnered with Alameda Research, which is really good because Boring Protocol is trying to go for the infrastructure play. And Alameda Research are always the ones that go for the high value kind of partnerships. The Boring Protocol did also release that they have their documents now, but this documentation is very, very tiny for an infrastructure play and for a project that focuses heavily on the technical side of things. They're building hardware, for God's sake. They're building hardware for you to use as a VPN, and you have to use the BOP token to actually use it. It's very lacking. They have the V1 motherboards, they say here. That's a picture of it. Great. Version 2 to be announced. Q1, Q2. That's it. Like, no other information. They just have some external stuff here. They've got some hardware and the distribution and tokenomics of the token. But this is very small for what I think that Alameda would partnered with them. I think it's super small and it's not enough. They needed more information here. I'm a big fan of Boring Protocol. I got some of their airdrops, to be honest. I didn't sell it because I don't usually sell my airdrops because I thought this was a great play, decentralized VPN, and I saw some of the videos that they've released and you can actually see it here and that it works. They've got some merch going on. See, why are you focusing on merch when you should be building the product? This is one of the products, and they did do a and they partnered with Jump Crypto as well. So they've got all these partnerships lining up that are starting to make sense. But the product, like, maybe because I haven't seen the product, I haven't looked at it yet, but they gave us a little overview of what it looks like, and it looked well. It looked like it worked well. Let's just wait. I'm waiting for this to see if I sell the token or not. But we have seen over the last couple of weeks that the Boring Protocol token has started to trend up and up and up and up. So people are taking notice of this tiny market cap protocol that's just going up based on the partnerships. Let's wait and see what happens. All right, so Orca, sorry, not Aqua. Orca actually released the double dip pools, and we can see them here. They go from January 13th to January 27th, so right until the end of the month. We have Solana wrapped UST, wrapped UST USDC, Luna UST, Basis USDC, and the big ones are kind of MSOL USDT. Those ones are huge. Now, what does this actually say? This says that UST is making its way onto Solana in a big way. This is a proposal that was passed in the governance forums of Luna Terra, which is another top cryptocurrency, and UST is now positioning itself as to be the major decentralized cryptocurrency stablecoin based on the Luna ecosystem. And they have a whole bustling ecosystem over on that side. I've gone and I've checked it out, and I'm participating in that ecosystem as well. But they're bringing UST all the way across over here. Some of these rates are not too bad. Let's have a look at them. So the MSOL USDT is super small at 2.27%, but we also have the basis at 97%, and even Shadow token is going great at 57%. But there's no point exposing yourself to impermanent loss with Shadow USDC and Shadow Sol when you can lend your Shadow on Francium or Raydium for about 80% APY at the moment. What other so they have USD. This is what I'm really interested in. This is wrapped UST and USDC, which is stable against stable, and you're earning Luna. You're earning Luna rewards, which is 13%. That's crazy. This is like someone telling you, come and supply stable coins here with minimal impermanent loss, and you can get a really good kind of layer 1 base token like Solana or Bitcoin or Ethereum, or the next one is Terra. So I'm super excited for this. There are a few other ones, which is mean USDC. Let's keep going. If you haven't checked your mean airdrop, you should go and check it, because people can get an airdrop. It depends if you're a part of 5 different communities. Solus is of course another one, which is a metaverse play. They have incredibly high rewards. I'm interested to see where this is actually going. You could recently stake your Solus rewards for land and for NFTs in the metaverse, which is going pretty good. And that's about it for now, guys. Let's go on to our next topic. Now, I am telling you guys, Solana is going to be the major hub of crypto gaming. This is where everyone is coming at the moment. It's not going to be BSC. It's not going to be BSC. It's not Ethereum, and it's not Bitcoin. Definitely not Bitcoin. Ethereum, maybe layer 2 on Ethereum, maybe Immutable X, but Solana is where the crypto gaming is going to be, and this is where a lot of people are focusing on. So this is another game that I just found. It's called Ramon Online. They just launched a teaser trailer. Let's have a look at their Twitter first. This is their trailer that they released on January 12th. And their Twitter has only about 2,000 people, and it's followed by Barndog, who covers Solana gaming very, very frequently. And we even have tonight another episode of Solana Gaming Saturdays, where we talk all about maybe Star Atlas. We get a guest from a game coming across in Solana, and then we talk about the entire ecosystem to see if there's any new games that people might be interested in. So we'll definitely be trying getting these guys on. They're followed by Soul Big Brain and Barndog. Now let's have a look at their trailer.
Brought their wrath to our sacred valley. They thought they broke us, wore us out, puncturing our existence. They ravaged our lands. We fought for scraps. We fought for survival. But they forgot one thing about us. We lived in the underbellies of this world, and the shadows dared not take us. They built this world around us.
Looks good.
They thought it was the end of us. They thought we were gone forever, but they were wrong. The age of peace has come to an end. Rise, my fellow orcs. The time for vengeance is here.
Yeah, looks good so far. Seems like a Conquer game. Maybe an RTS kind of style game. Yeah, but these guys seems like they're building pretty well, so I'm going to keep a close eye on them. And they say they joined in December 2017, which is a hell of a long time ago. I'm going to use the Wayback Machine and see what they actually were a while ago. All right, we'll move on. Defiland, which is people are really excited about Defiland. All right, so they're doing something slightly different from their land sale, and I think it's just very different. Let's see, it depends on the time that you actually commit to it. So it's not just about how much money you can buy up all the NFTs that they're going to release. It's about time and how much care you take. So let's give it a bit of a read so you can read it as well. It's just a thread on Twitter, and they say it's going to be the second half of January. There'll be the first DeFi land sale ever, of which you need Sol to purchase one. We decided to spice it up a bit. It was created to gamify things. Drops can be gamified, competitive, and fun, and we are here to prove that. Instead of another 10k generative drop, you will receive DeFi land seeds, which must be planted in our game. Planting NFT seeds means locking it into a smart contract for 30 days. I'm going to zoom in so you can read there as well. After planting your seeds, you'll be able to water your plants daily. To water your plants, you need DFL tokens, which, hey, people need DFL tokens now. There's a utility for it right now. You'll be able to water your seeds once every 24 hours. Plants will grow depending on your watering activity. So basically, you need tokens, and you need time to water them every 24 hours. After 30 days, it will be grown up and ready to harvest. There'll be 5 different tiers, which users get based on their watering activity. The more you take care of your plant, the better your tier will get. Placing it in a higher tier will get you a higher chance to unlock rare and multiple NFTs. Once harvested, you'll see what you get from your plant. There'll be various NFTs used for in-game play to earn. Once you stake your seeds, you can unlock in 30-day period. If you don't stake your seeds, you still will be able to get an NFT, but you'll end up with the most common one. And they just introduce it to you here. They give you a few documents, and it's time to start getting some DFL tokens, guys. It's starting to ramp up. They're serious about this. And we'll finish the episode off with some Solend information. They recently announced isolated pools. It's slightly complicated, but I'll explain it to you. It's actually not that hard. But first off, let's look at the rates they're offering on Solend, which are incredible. You have the Solend token, which is actually given to you 17.8% APY. You can lend this at 17, borrow it at 3, and hey, you can lend it again at 17. But a lot of people have done this, of course, and so they've hit their cap, which is 2 million Solend, which is about 5.8 million. So it's just leveraging the token as well, because technically you can't get liquidated. But then look at this, they have UST as well, which we said is coming over to Solana, and they have 30% APY. You get 18% on UST and then 12% on Luna, which is crazy. 12% on Luna, that's higher than the actual staking rewards of the Luna Terra ecosystem. And of course, this has hit its cap as well. Lots of people are doing this. You get paid, the cap is $7 million. But at the end of the day, also look at Soshin, which I am a big fan of. They have their protocol-owned liquidity coming along. But a lot of people aren't attracted to this because the Soshin APY is 0.29 Soshin. But little do people know, this is the rate is calculated based on the seed price, based on the beginning price, not the public open market price, which is not publicly open yet. So if you're earning some Soshin, there's a good chance that it could appreciate in price. Let's go ahead and read what they're talking about in the isolated pool section. Basically, the way it works is that at the moment you could deposit, let's say, Solana at 1.79%. You can withdraw USDC, you can withdraw ETH, you could withdraw Raydium, you can withdraw Saber or Mercurial. Doesn't really matter. This opens it up to a bit of manipulation, because later on when they release more pools, and if there's a problem with an oracle, let's say some oracle somewhere values Saber at $1 million, they could deposit 5 tokens of Saber because the oracles say it's $5 million, and they could withdraw everything from out of the pools, because the program thinks that you have 5 million. So now your collateral, you can use that as collateral and borrow $4 million. And that can totally drain the entire pool. And later on, Saber, we realize, it's not actually 5 million per token. That's crazy. It's not. It's like $2 or like something like that. So that's a big problem. The way they want to solve it is using isolated pools. And the way it works is that what they're going to do, this isolated pools allows you to go 95% more capital efficient. We're not 95% capital efficient at the moment. This means you can allow users to take on 20x leverage as opposed to 40x, which is currently available at 75%. And this is what it's actually going to be looking at. And they actually made It was to hold water by this idea has been proposed to hold water by Rari Fuse, an Ethereum-based isolated pool with $1 billion in deposits, and it's been pretty successful. Fuse and Rari are pretty good in the Ethereum ecosystem. This is what it's going to look like. I'm going to zoom in so you can see here. There you go. So basically you'll have a Solend pool, you'll have an alt pool, you have a tetranode pool, a rect pool, and this is kind of the stuff where you can only deposit stuff into the Solend pool and you can only withdraw stuff from that Solend pool. If you have stuff in the alt pool, you can deposit stuff in the alt pool, but you'll only be able to withdraw from the alt pool. Okay, and you can see how many assets are going to be in them, what's the total supplied, what's the total borrowed, and what your loans as well. And that's about it. And it's interesting that they took this, this is probably their DevNet, where you can see their Solend price is 4.2, but at the moment the Solend price is 2.9. So this is quite a while ago, which means they have been working on this for a while, which makes me super happy. Brace yourself, the lending landscape with Solana is about to explode. I'm very excited for this. If of all the lending and borrowing protocols, Solend is winning. They did this by trying something new, which and not just giving out their token to whoever deposits into the contract to try and earn yield. They shifted everything to the borrows. So basically they're saying, if you're borrowing, we're going to reward you. Thank you for borrowing. And at the end of the day, everyone wants to borrow because they get rewarded. But that also means that they're paying a higher rate, which brings across the lenders because they see that, hey, lots of people are borrowing over here, I'm going to lend my token here. And just basically it's a nice cycle that feeds itself over and over and over again. So this is super interesting. I've got a whole bunch of Solend tokens myself, slightly decreased in capital, but hey, this is a long game. The Solend are going to be crazy, and I'm very happy that they're still building and building. So that's it for this episode, guys. It's pretty small. I hope I didn't take up too much time. Thank you very much for watching. I will try and keep you up to date on everything happening in Solana. I will see you later. Thanks again for watching. Ciao.